hit the deck.
Good serves. Good defense from Bell. 2 on the shot clock's got to go up. Rochi, she may not know it.
Shakes and bakes on Bell. Big move, Maddie Rochi. Couldn't get it to roll.
Thought she was fouled too. Munro, mid-range pull-up off the mark. And Rochi pulls another one down. Bishop. Jackson. Short. Potch with the O-board. And they'll reset. Again, the dribble drive from Beck Cole this time, but she misses.
Felt she may have got a little bump then from Munro. No call.
Now Izzy Borlays to the rack. That'll count. And she'll go to the line for the N1. We talked about her in the pre-game, Carrie. She is a talent.
That she is. You know, she's built similarly to Talbot. Robust, got good size, good length. She finds a way to finish. You know, she can score in multiple ways. But that, you know, tough in traffic, poised, nails it. You know, she plays like a player beyond her years.
Can't get the three-point play. Potch clears.
Youth v youth.
Nice pass. Nice, again, a nice pass, but can't make it fit. Carly Ernst. Here's Bell the other way for the Lightning. Bell, little shake and bake move.
Smooth.
Can't finish it. And that's out of bounds to the Flyers.
Wow, both teams getting on the rim, missing contested shots, missing putbacks. Maybe it's a little fatigue. Both in game 2 of this round 4 of the Cygnett WNBL, the fighting period poverty round. And we should say $7,500 raised so far. 53 pointers to this point have been made. $50 per three-pointer to go to that great charity.
Potch looking to add to it. And that's going to go out of bounds to the Lightning. But yeah, absolutely. This such a great initiative from the WNBL, a cause that often isn't spoken of, but really should be a lot more. And it's great to see the light being shined on it.
Yeah, absolutely. And that, you know, all the athletes have got behind it, all the clubs, and let's see if these two teams can add to that by hitting some threes tonight. Nice slip by Munro.
Oh, looked like a foul, but nothing doing. And here's Blitzard's the other way. Good look to Potch, but too strong. And here's Borlays the other way. Good look to Bell. Touch pass and a layup to Jacinta Munro. What a play.
Wow. That's a highlight reel. Put that down for the highlight reel for next round. But both teams looking to push tempo. Looked fantastic then. As you say, classy little tip pass. As we see Rochi downhill again.
Forced away in and got the basket to go. And that's been, ball containment's been a real issue for the Lightning in this first period, Carrie.
Yeah, well, I mean, you know, Rochi's...
Oh, hesitation and the score from Kirsten Bell. My goodness.
Is smooth.
Put that on the highlight reel.
A few different tempos, different gears. You know, Rochi's opting to negate the ball screen often, and that's causing Adelaide some problems.
Amy Rochi. Now a block shot from Jacinta Munro. Here's Cabillo the other way, and now here's Bell. Great defense there. Slapped away. Here come the Flyers. Going reverse with a layup. Here's Sarah Blitzards. And it's back to 4.
Tempo's up. Both teams looking at push as we suggested.
Yep, you talked about it. Here's Bell for 3. And rebound, Maddie Rochi. She's been busy on the glass so far. The Southside point guard. And some substitutions in a very, very thin bench with Beck Cole coming back into the ball game.
I think Coach Chambers will be rotating quickly as we see multiple subs try and keep fresh legs out there. Second game of a round on the road for the second one. As we've mentioned, you know, 2 of their starting post players out. The import who's been in fine form, Kayla Thornton, and the GOAT, Lauren Jackson, out with gastro.
Yeah, he's Bell on the steal. Ball lays on a step through and hits.
She makes it look easy. Just plays at a nice tempo. Not rushed, not hurried up.
2 of 2 from the field for Izzy Borlays. She's got 4. Bishop goes up and draws the foul. And She'll go to the line for 2.
Well, we've got a ball game here. It's a contest. It'll be interesting to see if Southside Flyers can maintain this intensity. You know, they're looking to really push tempo and miss shots, as are the Adelaide Lightning.
Chelsea Brook on the foul there. And here's Abby Bishop at the line for 2.
Bishop played a pro career overseas, played in the WNBA, was a 2012 Olympian. It's going to be, she's going to be required to do a lot of heavy lifting for the Southside Flyers tonight. Can she attack from the paint? Can she get on the glass? Can she set picks and get her teammates open?
She's got 6. 3-pointer on the way. They can't get anything to go from.
Not from Brooke
at the moment, but there's Bell. This is an easy one. It draws the foul. We're going to get Carly Ernst on that one.
Bell is looking like she's going to light it up tonight. She's engaged.
4 points so far. Let it inbound. Ball ace makes a nice cut. Pull up. Got it.
Wow. She doesn't look quick. I mean, she's quick and powerful, but that's the quality of the player this kid is. She just makes it look easy. She's calm. She's poised. This Ernst launch.
There you go. And there's $50 there. Donated by Cygnett to the Fighting Piri Poverty Round. Great cause. Now throws it away.
2-on-1
Cole, nice pass, and unfortunately the layup is blown. Well, Monique Connie's into the game.
Off the back of an AFLW season, she last played in the WNBL in the 2020 Hub season on the Southside Flyers championship winning team.
Talbot inside, Brooke got it.
Too easy. Nat Hurst will be happy with that execution.
Cole pulls up, yes. Bet Cole, I know what she's capable of. Great fourth quarter against the Flames. She had 14 points to help them get that W.
Yeah, she started the season shooting the ball exceptionally well into the 50% from the field goal.
Bell fires away, and that's off the mark. Good rebound though. Chelsea Brook again, and another turnover. It's been their problem. Now Rochi goes in, but she's fouled by Kirsten Bell, and Amy Rochi will go to the line for 2.
Rochi put on the Jets then. It's like she had another gear. She just got through there, got herself on the rim, suckered the foul from Bell.
Yeah, this action has been terrific so far, end to end, but as you mentioned, from a coaching standpoint, Nat Hurst will look at those 8 turnovers and shake her head, Carrie Graff.
Particularly as a point guard.
Yeah, that's right. One of yours.
Yeah, they've just been a little loose with the ball. I mean, you've got to credit Southside too. They've been in position and shook the ball loose a few times, but yeah, that's way too many in a quarter of basketball.
One more for Amy Rochi. 2-2 at the line. Leading with the turnovers. And the trail.
Abby Cabello says, yeah, here you go, Talbot.
I feel like they need to get her going a little bit more. Steph Talbot, you know how outstanding she is Rochi makes a great defensive play, forces the turnover.
Talbot's work rate, I mean, the things she does as an athlete for a team, you know, she plays both ends of the floor. She often gets the big defensive matchup. She's big on the glass. You know, she's going to play high 30 minutes for this team. You know, and she picks her moments, I think, when she feels her team need her to step up and score, but that might well be to start the second quarter as this first quarter nearly runs down as Bet Cole hits the jumper.
I know she can do that. Elbow J is pure from Rebecca Cole. Southside are out to a 9-point advantage.
I'll work this one down.
3-pointer is off the mark.
Talbot on the glass, can't pick it off.
It's length of the court. It's no good. And that is the end of the first period. A great period for the Southside Flyers. They lead 26-17, Carrie Graff.
Yeah, look, they've been impressive. I think they've, you know, when they get out and run, and that's a trademark of theirs, off missed shots, get out and run. They've forced turnovers that's allowed them to get out on the break, and that's when they get momentum swings. That's the thing about this Southside Flyers team. You know, they're deep. Having said they're deep, they're, you know, undermanned with 8 athletes today. You know, two of their starters out, but they've certainly taken this game by the scruff of the neck and said, regardless that we've got two of our starters out, our starting post, this is about how we're going to play.
Just going to have a look at some of the action early on, and it's what we kind of talked about it. Adelaide's ball containment just hasn't been good. And this lady here, Kirsten Bell, how was that for a move? Little hezzy, little crossover, thanks very much. And then, I mean, what a superstar this young lady has the potential to become. Izzy Borlase, she's been terrific so far. Just really dominant out there offensively for them. But again, the Flyers, they forced 9 turnovers and converted 10 points out of that. And that's really the story, isn't it, Carrie,
absolutely.
early on?
Yeah, absolutely. And, Coach Hurst, I'm sure, will talk about that, tidy up their turnovers, and it's a ball game. Like I say, the bulk of those points off those turnovers, and that's when Southside get runs on. And Adelaide have missed quite a few opportunities, I think, in a couple of putbacks that could have gone down, a couple of nice interior looks that didn't go early. So look, they're right there, but they've got to stem the flow by looking after the basketball.
Both teams shooting the ball identically, 40%, 8 from 20. The Lightning lead the rebound count 14-10. For the Flyers, it's been a great spread of scoring for them. Bet Cole and Abby Bishop with 6 apiece.
Yeah, good spread of scoring. Neither team yet have been able to hit from the perimeter, really. It's Adelaide haven't hit from the perimeter yet. 0-5 from the three-point line. Southside are 1-4. Both of these teams are better three-point shooting teams. We may see that swing around. But as we've said, it's the turnover count is the killer.
Let's go to the sidelines and Laura Hodges.
Hi guys, I was listening into Nat's quarter time, and she just said, be patient, stop trying to make the play on that first pass. You can move the ball, they're trying to clog up that split line, so if the pass isn't on, move it to the second side and then the third side. Obviously Southside super happy with how they're going, and they're executing really well, and just to continue that, and yes, like you said during the game, they're trying to give everyone small bursts. And it was very interesting that no one called a timeout in that first quarter.
His Borlase dangerous on the drive and draws the foul. And Izzy Borlase will go to the line for 2. And Laura makes a great point about the lack of timeouts because, as you mentioned, Carrie, it has been such an up-tempo, fast-paced ball game.
We may well see them use it in this second quarter, but I was surprised that Hurst has allowed her team to play through that little momentum run. Didn't feel she needed to call it, and that's coaches do that sometimes. Like, let them play through it; they'll be okay. So it'll be interesting to see as the game progresses. Does Coach Cheryl Chambers use hers for momentum swings? Does she use it to give the team a bit of a rest? But as we've seen, she's going to rotate freely through that group of 8 so that she can keep them fresh and still allow them to run.
Borlase 1 or 2 at the line. She's got 7. And the Lightning trail by 8. Andy Roche. And swinging around. Here's Bishop.
Southside moving the ball pretty well.
Andy Roche, they blitz her, take the ball out of their hands.
Blitzarves likes the mismatch down low. Can't
leaves it short, but she'll finish that one though.
Pads her stats, gets an
IPO board. That's right. And Sarah Blitzarves extends the lead for the Flyers. Yeah, looking to attack, throws it up off the window.
A floater.
Gets it to go, much needed. Now going in hard and drawing the foul. Falling very hard on the floor there.
Maddie Roche.
There's Maddie Roche, yeah. Slow to get up. Shakes her wrist a little bit. She's all right. Those are the ones, Carrie, when you're sort of falling from a height and trying to put your hand out to that's your wrist. You always worry about that. She looks fine.
Maybe she was just getting a rest for herself and the rest of the group.
Yeah, that's right. Good call.
It is World Cup time. A little bit of soccer action there. In there. Maddie Roche strokes that one. Her wrist is fine.
Knocks that one down. One more to come. And she's got it.
extended pressure again here from Southside off the back of their free throws. It's been effective for them. They're getting themselves to the line, allows them to get up and press.
And they're converting 11 of 11 as a great chase down there in the strip.
Coach Hurst to be diagramming their press break at halftime, I'm sure.
Another turnover. It's been their problem. Rochi looking inside, knocked out of bounds. And they'll stay with the Flyers, 12 on the shot clock. He's going to go to the bench. This is Brooke Basham for the Lightning. Cole, Bishop, fades, hits.
And Nowitzki like Abby Bishop.
It was the one-legged Nowitzki. Great play. Southside just continuing to pour it on. Cole, great D, knocks it out of bounds. Still Adelaide possession. 13 on the shot clock. Trail by 12. Southside, good judges had them as their pre-season favourites. As Mansfield has been very quiet so far. Talbot fires from long range, and that's off the mark. And Rochi pushing it hard up the floor.
Coach Hurst pull a timeout shortly, particularly if Southside get a score here.
They're looking inside. They find Bishop in the post.
Good inside-out move by Southside.
Blitzarves fires and hits. Sarah Blitzarves, and there's the first time out. Southside out to a 14-point advantage. And this timeout is brought to you by Cygnett. To stay connected with the latest WNBL news and social highlights, keep your favourite tech charged up at home or on the go with Cygnett's extensive range of charging products and digital accessories. A big thanks to Cygnett for powering the WNBL with high-quality tech this season. Explore their range at cygnett.com. And Carrie, the question is, this is becoming a real danger period for the home team. How can they slow down this Southside run?
Well, I think that they've got to tidy up their turnovers. We've talked about that, but I think that Southside are just moving the ball exceptionally well in their half-court offense. They go inside, outside. They've got a nice little spread of scorers. Abby Bishop's got 8, Rochi's got 7, Cole's got 6, Blitzarves has got 6. And that's because they're getting the ball through sets of hands. I think Adelaide have got to do something about that. Apply a little more pressure. Don't let them get ball reversal, get containment. Just stick to their basics defensively and critically not turn the ball over. Offense, we heard Laura Hodges mention that Coach Hurst had said we need to get second side, third side, move the ball at that end. And they've got to talk about that press breaker. I mean, when Southside Flyers are getting to the free throw line, they're setting up their extended pressure. That's been effective for them. Put the Adelaide Lightning under shot clock pressure or turn the ball over and creating scores. So there's a lot of things for this Adelaide Lightning team to correct and arrest in this 7 minutes into the second quarter. Can they make a little momentum run here, make some adjustments and claw this thing back?
Let's go to the sidelines and Laura Hodges.
Well, Nat was not happy with the defense and the communication on defense. She just wants everyone to talk switches, talk your split line help. It just is not effective. And on the other end, make sure that they use pass fakes. Try and make sure when the defense collapse, use the pass fake and then skip it to the other side, because you're just trying to go downhill on 3 or 4 players.
And yet again another turnover. That time, Bet Cole went down on her ankle. That looked nasty. Here's Whittle the other way. Mansfield shut her down. Pulls up in the paint. And it's way off the mark. Gets her own board. Again, another miss.
Southside's still a man down.
Yeah, they're playing 5-on-4 out there at the moment. Nice look inside, and Jacinta Munro will finish. And we'll get a stoppage in play there. Off camera, that did not look good for Rebecca Cole.
Not good signs for the Southside Flyers. Already down to 8 athletes, with Lauren Jackson out with gastro, Thornton out with a groin strain, and now Beck Cole potentially with an ankle.
Sure, we can get a shot of Beck on the bench when I go to that shortly. Officials might be an issue with the clock. Done such an outstanding job to jump out. And I mean, one of your leaders, one of your key offensive threats tonight, particularly without Kayla Thornton or the great LJ in the lineup. So you just hope it doesn't wear them down. She's still out there though, which is good news. Well, it might have been just a stinger.
Her dad did play soccer for Australia, so maybe she was
looking to add $50.
channeling her dad.
Yep, that's right. Good run down the court by Munro. It's knocked out of bounds by the Flyers. That'll stay with the Lightning.
Coach Cheryl Chambers will sigh a sigh of relief from her, I'm sure, to see that Cole looking like there's no issue at all with that ankle.
Oh, Steph Talbot just said to Beck, okay, get on the floor again. Just knocked her over and got the deuce out of it.
So robust, Talbot. She just said, I'm cutting here, get out of the way. As we see Blitzars with the post up down low, and Whittle likes her chances, little turnaround.
Off the mark, rebound Jacinta Munro. And here's Stephanie Talbot the other way. Nice rub inside and a finish to Whittle. And now a timeout the other way.
Momentum timeout from Coach Chambers. She's going to halt that straight away.
Once again, this timeout is brought to you by Cygnett. To stay connected with the latest WNBL news and social highlights, keep your favourite tech charged up at home or on the go with Cygnett's extensive range of charging products and digital accessories. A big thanks to Cygnett for powering the WNBL with high-quality tech this season. Explore their range at cygnett.com. And Adelaide is working their way into this, Kerry.
And good composure there by Talbot. You know, push tempo, but had a little bit of composure just to make sure Whittle had that seal deep on the rim and then popped it into her for an easy two. They made a little mini run here. They got it back to 8. You know, that's Coach Hurst. I'm sure will be much happier in this timeout. See what they come out with. On the flip of the coin, you know, Coach Chambers pulls that momentum timeout straight away. She'll want to talk about what it is now. What are they going to throw at it defensively? But see if they can maintain this little buffer and get their own little momentum swing back.
Let's go to the sidelines and Laura Hodges.
Cheryl Chambers, that was just a timeout just to tell the girls that they're doing well, give them a breather, and she was calm as ever, like she always is. And she just wants the girls to push this last 6 minutes and make sure that they keep executing and getting back on D-turns.
Bishop.
Got a switch on that ball screen action. Bishop's got the mismatch.
Good double, has to kick it out. Rochi, nice up fake, fires and hits. Another $50 for fighting period poverty. Donated by Cygnett.
Excellent execution by the Southside Flyers. Look to attack the switch, threw it into Bishop. She spits it back out to the wide open shooter in Rochi.
And call a foul underneath. Might be on, it was on Potch. Adelaide possession. Oh, Mansfield a week ago hit 7 of 7 from 3. She's over 2. She was on fire.
Speed unbelievable. Not on that one.
Not that time. Good look inside. Steph Talbot and finishes strong.
Just when her team needs it, she puts on the cape, the Superwoman cape, and says, "I got something for us."
Yeah, it's not away, but Potch recovers. Blitzars. Rochi looking inside. It's knocked away out of bounds. They'll stay with Southside. Let's go to Laura Hodges on the sideline.
Yeah, guys, Bet Cole was just getting her ankle re-strapped and putting her shoe back on. It looks like she's ready to go. The game face is still on, and I think we'll still be seeing Bet Cole for the rest of this game.
It's good news for Southside. Here's Talbot. Good D from Bishop. Now an offensive foul.
Young Hooch did a great job to get front position then on the veteran Munro. Munro pushes her up on the seal, and the rookie.
Yep. Potch. That's right. Yep. You're going to get that every time once you extend. Carly Ernst coming into the ball game. Southside maintain this lead.
Conti with the ball off the back of, as we've seen it, AFLW season, as Rochi's feeling the three.
In and out. And tracked down by the light. Whittle. No little pass. Talbot in traffic. And draws the foul from Hodge. And it's going to be side out.
Coach Chambers in the background saying, I think that was a travel. Referee said, no, we think it's a foul.
What player Stephanie Talbot has been.
Yeah, off the back of it, All-Star 5 at the World Cup in Sydney earlier this year.
Spectacular, to say the least. Now Bell in the paint. She's been tough all night. Misses that one. Gets a rebound, but somehow, again, fights inside. This time she's going to go to the line for two. So great determination and hustle there from Kirsten Bell.
Bishop raises her hand, says that's on me, her second personal.
They've actually done really well for the most part, the Flyers. And actually everybody just staying out of. She's the first Flyers player in with 2 fouls. And done exceptionally well, because that's always an issue. And this Bell makes the first with an undermanned squad, only dressing 8 players, and thankfully, as we talked about, Bet Cole stays out there.
Bell, of her rookie season in the WNBA with the championship team, Las Vegas Aces. She's smooth, great offensive skill set, strokes that free throw, keeps her team within touch.
Slapped away there by Whittle. Blitzard's on the dribble drive, throws it up. They've done a much better job containing that dribble drive in this quarter. And now Sarah compounds the miss with a foul. It's kind of the adjustment they've made. It was just far too easy. The girls were just going downhill, Southside girls, in that opening period. But they've done a much better job Adelaide adjusting to that carry.
Yeah, absolutely. They've listened to their coach. Coach demanding that of them out of the timeout. Should be much happy with that. And the result on the board shows they're back to within 7.
With an opportunity to make it 5. Jacinta Munro at the line. Southside being the penalty the rest of the way.
The left-handed vet, played all around the world. She's played in the WNBA, in France, in Israel. Bringing a lot to this group.
1 or 2 at the line for Jacinta. She's got 8 points, and the margin is 6. Blitzards. Rochi trying to find someone to pass to. Potch, great defense there. Off the ball. Here's Ernst looking to power up and can't get it to go. Rebound Kirsten Bell. And the Lightning almost lose it again.
Potch having a dip.
Munro, mid-range J. Not that time. Here's Blitzards the other way. Sarah. Oh, good recovery defensively from the Lightning. Now they've got numbers. Good pass from Lauren Mansfield to Kirsten Bell. Timeout, Cheryl Chambers. And just like that, we're back to 4. And Adelaide well and truly back in this. And
lift their defensive intensity, shake the ball loose, get out and run. You know, that's their trademark, basketball. And I think sometimes what happens with teams when they look down the other end and go, hey, there's no LJ, there's no Thornton. You know, there's that little switch sometimes that happens. They don't come out as focused and prepared perhaps as they should. They're now back on track and playing Adelaide Lightning style basketball.
So just a reminder, this season the Cygnett WNBL was partnered with the national charity Share the Dignity to introduce the league's first ever Fighting Period Poverty round. And in this very round, round 4, it's all about raising awareness about period poverty in Australia and to normalise conversations around periods. And the WNBL want to get behind this important cause and support other women and girls in our society. The WNBL believes access to period products is a right, not a privilege, and that no person should ever go without these essentials. Visit WNBL.basketball to show your support for this very important cause.
Wow, what a ball game we've got here. 3 minutes to go in the second quarter.
16-11 in this period, and really it's 2 things. It's defensively, and the turnovers. I mean, they've got 12, but that's only 3 in this period as compared to 9 in the first.
Yeah, they've tidied that up. Coach Hurst to be happy with that turnaround.
Yeah, they're going to put some heat up the floor, which I kind of expected them to do a little bit earlier, but they've really upped their defensive intensity.
Yeah,
Have the home team.
When you're not scoring, hard to get your extended pressure.
Now knocked away. Again, another turnover. Steph Talbot, 4-3. Oh, in and out. Rebound.
Big possession for Munro and the Adelaide Lightning.
Mansfield. Munro slips the screen. Whittle. Good look to and 3-point play opportunity. What a pass, Whittle, to Jacinta Munro. She goes to the line for the N1. Let's go to Laura Hodges on the sideline.
Cheryl really wants to clean up the offensive boards. She feels like they're getting way too many, and also the defensive transition. She also wants just everyone to slow down, go back to the way that they were playing at the start of the game. We don't have to force it or do anything fancy, just play team basketball.
8 second chance points for the Adelaide Lightning off 10-0 boards.
Munro. It's the margin to 1. She's got 11. I just feel like she's really starting to find her way.
Rochi again rejects that screen.
Cole has to kick it out. Lightning swarming defensively.
Collapsing on any of that penetration, forcing the Southside Flyers to spit the ball back out to the perimeter.
Mansfield. Nice look inside to Marina Whittle. Great block shot from Potch. And unfortunately, Rochi can't save it from going out of bounds. But again, that's the little pocket passes are causing some havoc.
They are. I mean, good offense, good defense. They stayed on it then. Potch, the youngster, comes up with a nice block to...
Dangerous inbound pass. Diving on the floor there, and it's going to be tied up. And possession arrow favours.
There's been no lift in the Lightning's intensity.
Yeah,
they've definitely raised the bar.
This has been a great period for them, 19-11. And down by double figures, as many as 14. It was actually really struggling, and this has been a tremendous run from them. Mansfield. We know she can shoot from 3. Not that time. Ooh, rebound. Great rebound in traffic from Maddie Rochi. And got smacked upside the head for a trouble.
Both teams now into the bonus.
Potch to inbound. 2:22 on the clock.
Amy Rochi directing the traffic, setting up what she wants her team to execute in its half-court set.
Cole. Great defense there from Whittle, has to kick it out. Blitzard's off the window, too strong, but she's drawn the foul.
Ernst it was.
Sorry, Carly Ernst, yep, you're right. It's the long hair that got me.
The brown ponytails.
Yes, that's right. And Carly Ernst will be at the line for 2.
So as we've seen all through the course of this game, off the free throws, Southside will extend their defence.
Knocks that first one down. Always have to have at least 1 or 2 wrong names per game, I think.
Turnover for the commentators.
That's right. 1 or 2 at the line for Carly. Cabello back in the game for the Light.
Southside on the long, hard shows on the ball screen action.
Bell. Cabello launches a 3 that's short. Bell again active on the O glass.
Crowd felt that Cabello might have been fouled on that 3-point attempt by Rochi.
And it's going to go the other way to Southside. Yeah, kind of looked like maybe a little piece of the wrist. It wasn't called. Southside possession.
Interestingly, the Lightning guards not choosing to extend up the floor on the... Well, they've got bigger matchups. They've got Bell guarding Amy Rochi. They're looking to switch with this bigger lineup. Cabillo, the only little guard out there.
Potch fighting, and no, travelling violation.
Unlucky for the rookie. He stepped into a starting spot tonight with the injured Thornton out with a groin strain, and the GOAT Lauren Jackson still out with gastro.
And Leo pushing it hard. Brooke. Wasn't able, almost to travel there. Talbot, but here's Cabillo exploring. 3-pointer is in and out. And it's going the Flyers' way.
2-point ball game, a minute to go into halftime. Either of these teams go into halftime with a little bit of a mini momentum run.
And it's kind of slowed down a little bit at both ends. And a little step through in the score from Maddie Rocci. Nice move from the Flyers point guard.
Big play for Southside. Can they get a stop here and convert the last score? Going to halftime with a touch of momentum.
Talbot. Elbow J rejected. Carly Ernst. And that's going to go back to the Flyers.
Big play, Ernst's length. She just stayed on the play there.
Man, she's got good mobility, hasn't she, for someone she's about 6'3", 6'4". Ooh,
physical.
And Rocci.
Bumped off the ball screen. Rocci thinks it's a foul.
Cole is trying to force it inside, knocked out of bounds. It'll stay with the Flyers. And Cheryl Chambers having a word. Not impressed about something.
10-second differential with the game clock and the shot clock to go into this half-time. Potch.
And stepped out of bounds. Did Potch. So Lightning with 14.4 on the clock. And play for the last shot.
Coach Hurst wants to talk about it, set up what she wants.
So timeout has been called by the Lightning, trailing by 4. And once again, this timeout is brought to you by Cygnett. To stay connected with the latest WNBL news and social highlights, keep your favourite tech charged up at home or on the go with Cygnett's extensive range of charging products and digital accessories. A big thanks to Cygnett for powering the WNBL with high-quality tech this season. Explore their range at cygnett.com. So what's the play here coming out of the timeout, Carrie?
I'm thinking Steph Talbot's got to be involved somehow or somewhere, but look, I think that Adelaide Lightning have done a good job to get the ball in the lane. They're a very good back-cutting team. They when they move the ball, as their coach commands, can they get the ball to go to the second side, the third side, not let the ball stick in hands. They've been effective and found ways to get good scores, but I imagine Steph Talbot will be involved in this play somehow. Interesting to see the Southside Flyers come out. What are they going to do defensively? Are they going to switch certain things? How are they going to play a potential ball screen? Do they show a little zone and swing into man? Let's see what the coaches do in this 14 seconds of chess to take us into half-time.
We also say they have to be looking for Kirsten Bell. Even though she's only 3 of 11 from the field, hasn't hit a 3 yet, but we know she's got the range and the touch from the perimeter. Here we go, Flyers showing some heat up the floor. Talbot gets a nice pick there, goes downhill. It's Cabillo for 3, and she's short with it. Another road board from Kirsten Bell, throws it up too strong, gets her own rebound, score it at the buzzer, and that'll do it. Kirsten Bell is pounding the offensive. That's her 5th, and well, actually give us 6 offensive rebounds, 10 rebounds in the half to go along with her 8 points. She's been outstanding. Hasn't shot the ball well, Carrie, but she's done an outstanding job pretty much in every other area.
Playing high energy, as you say, on the O boards there, makes a big play. She's been impressive, as has Talbot. Look, and I think that Adelaide Lightning's increased their intensity, particularly defensively, midway through that second quarter, got themselves right back into the ball game, and what a ball game we've got. 2-point ball game, physical, it's up-tempo. This is going to be another great one.
Let's go to courtside with Laura Hodges.
Hi guys, I'm here with Abby Bishop, and what a first half of basketball. You had the momentum, you're still up. What do you feel like you need to do going to this second half?
Yeah, look, I think we had a great first half. Obviously, they were going to come back at us. They weren't playing their best basketball, but we got to get back to what was working, and I think that was going inside and moving the ball, and that's where we look really good, is that extra pass, moving, cutting, and getting a good look. So I'm sure that's what Shez will be talking about, and obviously our rebounding. They're absolutely smacking us on the rebound, so we really need to clean that up, and I think we'll be right.
You did mention you are missing some big pieces to this team, but your bench probably could be starting five like yourself, so you're very lucky in that sense. And do you feel like this is a great team to be a part of?
Yeah, absolutely. Like you said, we're so deep that our starting five could, our bench could be a starting five anywhere, and I'm really happy to be here. It's such a great group of girls, and everybody understands their roles, and we all just want to win at the end of the day. So sometimes you got to, give a bit of yourself, and other days you got to come out and step up, and that's what it's all about, team basketball. So without Loz and Kayla tonight, it's time for other people to step up, and I'm happy to be running out here around and shooting a few shots.
Good luck in the second half.
Thanks, Laura.
Laura Hodges there. So we are at halftime here from the Adelaide Arena. It is the Southside Flyers 40, the Adelaide Lightning 38. We're going to take a break, but stay with us. We'll be back.
The biggest WNBL season yet, and superstar Lauren Jackson returns. Don't miss a block, basket, or game winner.
Just not steal the win.
WNBL, live on 9 now.
Taylor's got it now. A little pop over the top for Jackson. Jackson in the post, working now against McSpadden. And it goes. Flashbacks to the bronze medal game. Here's Jackson inside again. LJ getting busy in the second term. Jackson for three. Yes, sir.
In the wing, she tries a luck from three. That one's short. Davison, big offensive rebound. And the bucket. First quarter. Taylor George putting her input on the game as the Boomers run and find Penina Davison. She'll pass it up to 3-5 on the shot clock. Davison needs to go to work. Up and unders in, big bucket, Penina Davison.
Car here. Ryan does well to retain possession. Great work from Robbie Ryan. Now Whitcomb. Inside pass under the basket and the Lynx.
Very hustle for both teams. Just came off to perfect.
Wraparound pass, Nicholson. Quick ball movement, Reed receives. Back to Nicholson, off the glass. Subs runs into some trouble. The pocket is picked by Nicholson.
That's great defense from Lauren Nicholson. Great Lauren Nicholson, excuse me. Oh, then an awesome three. There you go, that's it.
Drive into the basket. Kicks it outside and the three from Mansfield. Comes down with the ball now, Mansfield. Feeling it from outside, Mansfield! And coming down with those rebounds. Mansfield fires for three and hits it. Lauren Mansfield. Pass inside to Munro. Mansfield fires for three and hits it.
Getting really loud as Lauren Mansfield about to shoot another three-point shot.
Prepare your taste buds.
Feeling hungry?
Famished.
For 6 delicious nights on 9.
Yeah, to replicate the snack.
Australia's best chefs. Head-to-head, recreating our most iconic snacks.
I think I stuffed this up. Get it together. I know you've got this.
It looks like salt and pepper calamari.
New Snackmasters starts Sunday at 7 on 9.
You know, they don't teach MPI schools how to get the money shot.
They're undercover.
What are you doing?
That is how you get the money shot.
Cracking cases.
Nothing says I'm stalking you like a hidden camera.
The old-fashioned way. Jason Priestley.
Are you nuts?
It's a rental.
Private Eyes. Stream complete seasons on 9 now.
You ever get that feeling that one choice could change your whole life?
What if you chose passion?
And what is it that you want to do?
I'm going to be the next Billy Joel. Guy can dream, right?
What if you chose family?
You saved a man's life.
Your dad would be proud of you.
What if you chose love?
Can you believe we made him?
At least we did one thing right.
It's only natural to wonder what if.
Ordinary Joe. Stream every episode on 9 now.
I have a family that I have to get back to.
The wait
Gavin.
is over.
And I know that's something that you understand.
Welcome home.
We're being hunted.
No! More sinkholes are coming.
How deep
Let's go!
does the mystery go?
You are never going to believe what happened.
La Brea Season 2. Stream the latest episodes on 9 now.
First online platform for women in basketball. From live mentoring sessions to panel sessions, exclusive interviews with the biggest names in the sport, education and upskilling courses, networking opportunities, and a whole lot more. And best of all, it's all free. Welcome to She Hoops.
Do not underestimate the power of a good blind. Take this exhausted couch. Now it stands before you. Magnifique. Even this cocktail of dead skin is gracefully waltzing. Da 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 da. DIY blinds. Change the ugly.
They donated toxic land to a school. Someone put it there, deliberately.
You said this case was unwinnable.
Don't make this personal. It's already personal. Dad, what happened here? There's something you're not telling me.
Burden of Truth. Stream complete seasons on 9 now.
Australia's Superfish take on the world, going for gold in Melbourne. 180 countries over 6 days in one of World Swimming's most prestigious events, the 16th FIBA World Swimming Champs. Live and free on 9 and 9 now.
Fighting, period. Poverty. 1 in 5 Australian women are forced to improvise on period products. Around 50% admitted to wearing a sanitary product for more than 4 hours because they didn't have enough to get by. No person should ever go without these essentials. Access to period products are a right, not a privilege.
This experience is more common than we think, but not spoken about enough.
We menstruate. Get over it. This season, we're supporting the charity Share the Dignity with their mission to end the stigma around periods and period poverty in Australia. Visit the WNBL website for more. And together, let's fight period poverty.
Welcome back to Adelaide Arena And a terrific half of basketball carrying Graf. The Flyers up 40-38. Let's take a look at the halftime stats.
Yeah, look, I mean, the biggies there are the rebound count. Adelaide Lightning pummeling the Southside Flyers 35-18 on the glass. That's a huge stat. Neither coach was happy with turnovers, particularly Coach Hurst. 12 turnovers. They needed to tidy up that for their team, but that rebound count was huge. And then the other one is the three-point percentage. Adelaide just haven't hit. They're 0 of 12 from the three-point line. You know, hence we get a scoreline like this. Rebounding mismatch, turnover mismatch, not hitting from the perimeter, but what a ball game. You know, Southside owned the first quarter. Adelaide turned it around and owned the second. This sets up for a great third quarter, often called the championship quarter.
Absolutely. I mean, considering their struggles from the outside, they have to be pretty happy to be where they are. And then particularly after that first period, looked like they were going to get run out of their own gym.
Yeah, absolutely. The momentum was, you know, fully with the Southside Flyers. The depleted Southside Flyers, as we've mentioned, two of their starting posts out. But, you know, credit to Adelaide. They lifted their defensive intensity. They looked after the basketball a bit better, and they got on the glass. Their energy was huge. You know, 10 offensive boards was massive for them. So let's see which team can come out with the appropriate intensity and the focus on what their coaches are calling for. I'm sure Nat Hurst will be all over execution and limiting their turnovers. Coach Chambers will be all about can they get the blockouts done and keep the Adelaide Lightning off the offensive glass.
Eddie Rochi leading the way for Southside with 12 points, 3 rebounds. Sarah Blitzarves has 8 points and 3 boards. And Abby Bishop with 8 points, a couple of rebounds and a couple of assists for the Lightning. Jacinta Munro leads the way with 11 points and 6 boards. Kirsten Bell already working on a double-double, 10 points, 10 rebounds, 6 of those offensive and a couple of steals, and she's been outstanding.
Yeah, that she has. She's been impressive. You know, unlucky not to maybe make some of those buckets, but the class of her ball handling, her offensive moves, she's smooth. She's got great hesitations. She could, you know, she's got the potential to really light this one up. We saw Steph Talbot step up and make some big plays for her team when they needed it. You know, there's people stepping up for both teams. You know, we've got young Potch into the starting lineup due to their starters out. Bishop stepped into the starting role for the second time with LJ out. Maddie Rochi's been doing a fine job, I think, particularly off that ball screen action early, getting on the rim, rejecting the screen and putting herself to the free throw line. The other thing for the Southside Flyers is they've managed to get themselves to the free throw line. They're an exceptional free throw shooting team, and they've been at the line. They're 12 of 13 from the free throw line. That's really helped them tick the score over, allow them to extend their full court pressure, which got them to, you know, shake the ball loose and create some easy opportunities.
Let's go to the sideline and Laura Hodges.
Hi guys. Speaking to Nat Hurst, she was very direct and she just wants her team to look after the ball. She is really, really disappointed with those turnovers, and she really wants the girls to be intelligent and smart and identify when they're switching, when to pass inside on those switches, and when to bring it out and try and go downhill one-on-one against the big. For Southside, they just want to rebound the ball. They need to get the ball, get possession and go, and then just play their game, play their momentum, and make sure that they can push out this 20 minutes and not lose focus.
Bishop spins one way, the other, can't get it to fall. Rebound, Munro. It's her 7th rebound.
Points in the paint was a big differential for Adelaide. 28 points in the paint in that first half for the Southside Flyers, just 14.
Bell, deep. Off the mark though. Oh, that one to go. Adelaide's 0 of 13 now from 3. Abby Bishop on the up fake. Cole, Bishop. Cole, nice little up fake. Good D from Adelaide. 8 on the shot clock. Dribble drive and a kick out. 3 on the shot clock. 3 ball is good in the corner.
Blitzarves.
Sarah Blitzarves. Another $50 to Fighting Period Poverty. Courtesy of Opal. And now knocked away. She does it at both ends there.
Gets in the passing lane well to Sarah Blitzarves. That's on her scouting report for sure. Southside composed offensively.
Blitzarves sets the pick. Mid-range J. Bang. 2 in a row for Sarah Blitzarves.
It's all her in this minute 30. 2 buckets, a defensive steal.
She's got 13 now. As Munro launches it short on the mid-range from the foul line, and here comes Rochi the other way.
Patience again from the Southside
Looking
Flyers.
inside to Bishop. Good defense from Munro. Here's Potch for 3. And rebound, Jacinta Munro. Great start for the visitors.
Talbot with a little post up. Felt she had a mismatch on Beck Cole.
Bell left wide open for 3. Yes.
Sweet.
You knew it was coming eventually.
Another $50 for the fighting period poverty round.
You don't want to get Kirsten Bell going from the perimeter. The first 3-point basket made by the Lightning. And firing away and off the mark is Bishop.
Adelaide looking dangerous as they probe.
Oh, Bell.
Woman again.
Finish.
Wow.
Kirsten Bell.
Leans off it, banks it. Sweet.
She's got 15 to go along with her 10 rebounds. And just like that, Adelaide responds. Potch. Now another 3, that's too strong a rebound. Bishop. Back to Rochi. Cole thinking about it.
A little bit stagnant now, the Southside Flyers. Ball sticking in one spot. Deep 3 from Cole. That doesn't go.
And Bell rips down her 11th rebound on the night. Oh, good pass to Munro and the score. Excellent transition from Adelaide. And Jacinta Munro, she's got 13 and ties it at 45.
I think Coach Chambers will be wanting the team to shoot another 3 at this point. Get something like that at the rim. Unlucky for Potch.
Here's Mansfield the other way. Mansfield on the pull-up and the score. 9 straight for the Lightning, and they take the lead.
Coach Chambers wants to talk it over.
She has seen enough. And this timeout is brought to you by DIY Blinds. To fit out your home with Australian-made designer quality window furnishings at the best prices, head to DIYblinds.com.au to order your free samples today. And great start from the Flyers, courtesy of Sarah Blitzarves, but the lady Kirsten Bell, she's looking dangerous, Kerry.
She answered, didn't she? That sweet 3, nice little lean-off banker. I mean, talk about classy athletes and classy sport. Those two, the individual play from those two from both teams was impressive. We continue with these mini runs and arm wrestle. Let's see what Coach Chambers is going to come out of the timeout with. I think she's going to ask for a little bit more offensive execution, move the ball side to side, a little more inside action, maybe off the dribble, maybe back into the post, but they settled for perimeter shots. That last series, they had settled for 3 deep threes, weren't rolling for them. The ball was sticking at the top of the key. Let's see if they can get back to that nice ball movement they had in the first quarter.
Yeah, as you mentioned, that kind of stagnant set that they have, it wasn't just the ball wasn't moving, no one was moving. They were kind of stuck to the floor themselves.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm sure she'll be calling for some ball movement, player movement. Let's see what they come up with. Who are they going to go to? Do they find a mismatch? Blitzarves has got a bit of a hot hand. Can they execute something for her? Do they go inside the Bishop, try and sucker the defense in and spit it back out?
Let's go to the sideline and Laura Hodges.
At the start of that timeout, Kayla Thornton was very positive and saying to the girls, come on, you can do this. It's all about defense. And then that's what Cheryl reiterated. She really wants it to start at defense, making sure that they get back in D-trans. And then, as you're saying, they just need to be able to move from side to side, downhill drives, and use up fakes when they're going to the rim.
Oh, great look inside from Bell to Munro. And the 2 imports for the Lightning are doing the damage right now. It's an 11-0 run for the home team. They lead by 4. Blitzarves, Rochi. And a couple of picks. Again, the Lightning moving their feet defensively.
Beck Cole. Urgency in their defence. They've taken it up a notch, the Adelaide Lightning.
2 on the shot clock. 1. Beck Cole throws up desperation heave, and that's a 24-second shot clock violation.
You can see the excitement on the Adelaide bench there, enthused by their defence. They clearly came out of that timeout with a focus on the intensity defensively. It got exactly what they want, forced a shot clock violation, team defence, lockdown defence.
Little inbounds to Mansfield. I just feel like if she can get going, look out. Munro, Mansfield. 12 on the shot clock.
Bringing the shooter off a bunch of picks.
Bet Cole sticks to her like glue. 5 on the shot clock for Mansfield. Munro launches, hits! And the foul. And it's a 13-0 run with 1 to come, Carrie Graff.
Ouch for the Southside Flyers. Big hit by Munro. Rochi with the foul.
What an incredible run this has been from the home team.
And haven't the crowd enjoyed it?
One more at the line. She's got 17. Make it 18. Coming off a 19-point performance a couple of nights ago.
What a round 4 for Munro.
A 14-zip run for the home team. Bishop inside to Blitzarves and loses it. Turnover again for the Flyers.
Massive defensive set here for the Southside Flyers. Must get a stop.
Izzy Borlase coming into the game. Marina Whittle takes a seat.
Danger for the Southside Flyers with that young talent coming back in. She was impressive in the first quarter with poised finishes.
And she had a bit of foul trouble. That's why she sat. She's 3 of 3 from the field tonight. And play the high post with Munro. And straight to the basket. Easy layup. She's 4 of 4 now.
She makes it look so easy. That's what people with talent do.
16-0 run. And Southside slow this tidal wave right now. And Rochi in the game. Again, just finding it really difficult to get anything going. Backing down, Sarah Blitzarves in the post. Looked like she walked, but
the intensity in the Adelaide Lightning's defence as it's launched.
Desperation heave is off the mark. Here's Borlase the other way. Mansfield wide open 3. And just can't get it to go. And now Izzy Borlase is going to be called for her 3rd personal foul.
Interesting to see. You know, Cheryl Chambers likes to mix things up sometimes. Does she test a zone for a minute here? You know, Adelaide, they haven't been hot from the 3-point line. Can that just shake it a little bit? Shake it up for them for a minute or two. Could be risky. They do move the ball well and they cut well, but sometimes it's worth a try.
Nat Hurst is going to stay with Borlase on 3 personal fouls. Blitzarves fires for 3. Got it. And that breaks the 16-0 string. Another $50 rather to fighting period poverty. And a huge hit by Sarah Blitzarves.
Here it is, the 2-3 zone.
Can't give Bell an open look. Good night. Kirsten Bell is heating up. She's got 18. That's her 2nd triple of the night.
The one person you don't want to have an open 3 if you go zone was her.
Amy Rochi accelerates, but Izzy Borlase says, I'll take that. Borlase, Talbot.
Adelaide Lightning energised from their defensive intensity, looking to push tempo, now settling for a quarter-court set. Little flip behind the pass from Mansfield, launched by the 3, Borlase.
My goodness.
No, it wasn't.
It was Steph Talbot knocking it down from the wing. The great Opal. And just like that, it's out to 12.
Foul called here.
Absolutely spectacular run by the Lightning.
With the crowd on their back at home in the 3rd quarter against a depleted Southside Flyers. Maybe a bit of fatigue for this group, playing with 8 players on the road. 2nd game of the round for them. Played on Thursday, travelled to Adelaide Friday, backing up here.
And Marina Whittle back in the game for the Lightning. And the Flyers respond to this. This has been a huge onslaught. Abby Bishop. Dribble drive and the score.
Rochi's been impressive tonight, putting the ball on the floor, downhill, finding a finish.
14 for her. Now turnover. And again, ahead of the break. And this time it's Monique Connie with the juice. So back-to-back baskets.
Back for them.
Yeah, they needed it desperately. And it's back to 10. Knocked away, and it's going to stay with the Lightning. 11 on the shot clock. Sarah Blitzarp's working hard defensively on that possession. 22-10 quarter. 22-12 rather. Including that 16-0 run. Talbot goes hard, and that's a tough shot. And scores.
Muscles her way to the basket, uses her strength.
9 for Stephanie. Rochi. Blitzarp's on the post-up.
Likes her chances against Simons.
Great handoff there and a finish.
Another 2 for Maddie Rochi.
Maddie Rochi, 16 points, 5 rebounds, 3 assists.
Simons looks to penetrate.
Good pass. And it falls. Friendly roll for Jacinta Munro.
She's up to 20.
She's been a dominant figure. 9 rebounds and 3 steals. To go along with that 20 points.
Bishop v Talbot spits it back out. Can Rochi stroke the 3? Not quite. Blitzarp's battling hard on the O boards.
And great rebound to the Lightning.
Continue with the tempo push to Lightning. Oh! Working her handles. Munro. Bit of showtime.
Talbot, great look inside. And the basket. And Stephanie Talbot right now, Carrie, is taking over this ball game.
That she is. That's her class. She picks the moments in the game when her team need it.
Flies down by 12. Remarkable. Bishop. Problem. Jacinta Munro's length causing a lot of problems. Again, throws up a tough shot, contested. And that
Adelaide just a wall defensively at the moment, maintaining great position and pressure.
Whittle, 3, that's off the mark. Good box out there by Monique Conti. And they can play for the last shot. And a tremendous period, 28-14 for the Lightning. And the Flyers respond. Rochi's been outstanding. 7 to go, throws it up and draws the foul. And goes down hard though. That was heavy contact then on that drive.
Doesn't look good. Ankle.
Again, they'll be hoping like Beck Cole. She went down the first half and she's up. She's pretty tough. And walks away like nothing happened.
That's it.
And that's what you call toughness. She felt it though. But boy, she's been terrific.
She has. Excellent free throw shooter. But her ability to get on the rim today, downhill, find finishes the bulk of the time. 6 of 13 from the field.
You talked her out of the carry. There's that commentator curse again. 1 more. And that's good. And 5 seconds left. Plenty of time. Bio flies up the floor, gets to the foul line, short with it, and that'll do it. And that is the end of the third period. And a brilliant period for Adelaide, and they take a double-figure lead into the final change. Carrie Gruff.
Absolutely dominated through their defensive intensity. I mean, they just went up 2 gears defensively, all on song, maintained space, kept people in front of them. You know, their bench were energised, and they're dominating the board still with a 42-23 on the glass.
Let's have a look at the highlights. And initially, as we saw kind of that shot clock buzzer beating through from Sarah Blitzarp, and she had the first 5 points of the quarter, and after that, Adelaide just took over, and really it was, as we mentioned, it was kind of the 2 imports that were doing the damage.
Yeah, Bell was impressive. We see her there, sweet stroke. She's got a beautiful 3. That one, lean off it at tempo.
And then when Southside then made their run, as a great transition there, when Southside made their run, we talked about it. Steph Talbot said, nah, that's enough of that. And basically took over that last 2 minutes. As you said, Carrie, she showed her class.
Yeah, she did. And to your point, you know, Munro and Bell just stepped up. They were enjoying it. Munro was shaking and baking, putting the thing between her legs. But, you know, we see Bell again, sweet three. Like, she's just got such great rhythm on that shot. Little flip pass, bit of showtime from the Adelaide Lightning. There's Talbot says, yep. And they're enjoying it. You know, the energy that they're showing offensively is coming from their defensive intensity.
Matty Rocci, on the other hand, I mean, she was terrific. It's Monique Connie for 2. But yeah, I mean, it must be a great feeling when the ball is moving. You know, we saw Mansfield go behind her back, but the extra pass, finding, you know, you might have a good shot and you get a better shot.
Yeah, absolutely. When they move the ball and when they get out and run, and we see the stats here. Munro 8 of 14 shooting for 20 points. Bell 7 of 17 for 18. Both of those, you know, Bell with a double-double. Munro on the verge of it, 20 and 9. Talbot, you know, 9 and 5, 6 assists. You know, that's the thing with this Adelaide Lightning team. Bell with 4 assists, Talbot with 6 assists, Whittle with 5 assists. That's indicative of them moving the ball. That quarter, they owned that quarter. They dominated both ends of the floor.
Well, you talked about that, Carrie. This is extraordinary. 28 made field goals, 23 assists as a team. That is just exceptional ball movement.
Ball movement and fast break basketball. You know, Nat Hurst says they want to be an up-tempo team. They want to play that style and that tempo, and we see them when they get out on the break, it's showtime. They're out there having fun, moving the ball, numbers advantage, 3-on-2, 2-on-1. They're playing a great style of basketball right now.
Let's go to Laura Hodges on the sideline.
So you're exactly right. Adelaide just want to keep moving the ball, keep playing team basketball, but don't relax on defense and don't be complacent in offense as well. Keep doing that if you need to get to the second or third side. With Southside, I think they might try and change up the defense a little bit and maybe even looking to go a triangle and 2 just to shake things up.
Carl Yance with a great passing with a score to open proceedings in the final period.
Southside staying in touch.
Oh, great slip of the screen, and Munro, nice pass, little pick and roll action, and Jacinta Munro just dominant. She's got 22 on the night. Conti.
Mismatch down low, Ernst with Mansfield on her back.
Carly goes up. Can't score, but nice little tip in, stayed with it beautifully. Southside trying to hang in there. And that's going to be a foul on Abby Bishop.
The third.
They've done well overall to stay out of foul trouble, though, for the most part.
They have playing with 8 players. We've said it all the way through the commentary. Lauren Jackson, the GOAT, out. Missed the game earlier in the week with gastro.
Mansfield using the screen. Nice look inside. Bell reverse layup off the mark, but she's fouled. And Kirsten Bell will go to the line for 2.
She's having fun out there.
What a stat line. 18 points, 11 rebounds, 6 of those offensive, 4 assists, 3 steals, and 2 blocks. Talk about filling up the stat sheet.
Yeah, you see him there. She's impressive to say the least.
It's something we've talked about, Carrie, throughout these early rounds, is just the talent level of these imports this year. So it just seems to have gone to another level.
Yeah, look, it's, you know, she's coming off a rookie season in the WNBA with the championship with Las Vegas. You know, this is her first overseas pro contract, so I mean, she's been impressive.
She's got 20 tonight. Amy Rocci looking to go to work. The defense by Whittle has to kick it out. Swing pass up fake. It's going to be 2 only. That's an air ball. Rocci tries to save it and does. Conti. But that's going to be a 24-second shot clock violation. Again, Adelaide's defence causing some problems for Southside.
Yeah, they've really stepped it up, particularly in that third quarter, and it's continuing to this fourth quarter. The intensity as a group defensively, you can see they're taking pride in their defence. They know if they lock it up on D, they can get out and run and have fun. And I think you can see that they're really getting a sense of how this is the trademark style of basketball that they want to play as a group.
Mansfield.
As it goes inside to Whittle, tough finish.
That is a strong finish from Whittle. And Adelaide expands their lead. Bishop looking for Ernst, has to give it up. Conti. Rochi looking inside, double team, stripped by Mansfield. Great hands, but she's out of bounds.
And we saw Adelaide then mismatch down low. Mansfield on Bishop. She gets the front. Bell comes across and gets the help.
Simon's back out there. There's Ella Badish. Ernst looking for three. Has a three.
They needed that. Keeps them back in touch.
Another $50 donated to fighting period poverty.
Simons launches the three on the break.
Can't respond. The height of Ernst too much. Southside looking for back-to-back buckets here.
Ernst feeling it.
Off the mark that time, but they'll chase down the O board. Rochi's been terrific. Dribble drive and a score. Matty Rochi, oh my goodness. Give her 21 on the night.
Conti with some good pressure.
And the Southside team is not going to go away. And firing away, that's way off the mark. Rebound Bishop.
Coach Hurst will be calling for a bit of execution here. They've shot a couple of quickies.
We're going to cut this thing to 6. Conti.
It's with the run-up ball screen. She'll rim roll, seek out a mismatch.
There they get it to her in the post. Fires away short with it. Rebound Bell. That's her 12th. Yes. Travelling violation. Kind of got us. No, what have they called here? Travel or a foul?
Looks like a foul on Bishop. Her 4th.
You could hear the Flyers bench screaming for a travel. Kind of looked like Marina Whittle got her steps mixed up a little bit, but the foul was called. And timeout is on the floor, and this timeout is brought to you by Aussie Hoops. The Aussie Hoops program had its biggest year to date with over 42,000 participants registering to a local Aussie Hoops centre nearby. Aussie Hoops is the perfect introduction to the world of basketball for kids aged 5 to 10 years. Whether your little one is a seasoned basketball fan, as we're inbound immediately, wasn't a timeout. Now there's a timeout.
Mansfield with a big three.
That was a big three. Apologies for that. I thought that was a timeout. Now it's a timeout. Mansfield hitting a triple. And a big one. So, yeah, continuing. Whether your little one is a seasoned basketball fan or simply looking to get out there and give it a go, we have no doubt they'll have an absolute ball of the time. Register now at aussiehoops.basketball to kickstart your basketball journey.
Interesting to see what Coach Chambers does out of this timeout. Does she junk it up a bit for one or two plays defensively, see if she can unsettle them? You know, they've been offensive attackers looked okay. They're running some ball screens with Ernst, recognising that Adelaide are happy to switch. Can they roll down and create a mismatch? This next 2 minutes will be intriguing. Can Southside chip away at this little 9-point lead, or can Adelaide put their foot on the gas, come out energised as they have been defensively, and get out and run again?
Like you said, that triple from Mansfield to push it out to 11 was massive. My apologies for thinking that was a timeout. I was going through, but nonetheless, sort of stopped a little mini run. And how great has Matty Rochi been tonight for Southside? And just constantly that heat at the rim, that constant attack.
Yeah, she's got downhill a number of times and found a way to finish impressively. You know, taking some contact, getting on the rim, but 8 of 16 at 50%. That's massive. She's had a big impact for them.
Izzy Borlade's back into the ball game for the Lightning. So here we go. 6:30 remaining. Rochi looks inside the blitzers. It's knocked away. Mansfield, Talbot wide open for 3 and got it.
Rattles it in, Steph Talbot. Another $50 for fighting period poverty.
She's got 12 on the night. Let's go to Laura Hodges on the sideline. Might get to Laura later as Carly Ernst misses the jumper. Here's Bell the other way. Ball lays, Talbot. Quick pass, corner, 3 is good.
Sweet. Another $50.
Great ball movement once again. That time Badish knocking it down from the corner. And Adelaide push this thing right out now. Hodge, foul line, Jay, too strong. And Mansfield the other way.
might be a big comeback here.
Bell wide open for three. Hits the side of the backboard. Gets another rebound. Draws the foul. And she'll go to the line for two. So Kirsten Bell, who has 20 points, 12 rebounds, actually 13 rebounds now on that O board. She's got 7 offensive rebounds.
She's been impressive tonight. She looked like she was going to heat up early, had great moves, wasn't making shots, but boy, she really stepped it up, made big plays, energised.
Knocks down the first, one more to come. Can't get that one to fall. Rebound Bishop, here's Rochi. Now firing away is Beck Cole, too strong. And Talbot again rips it down. Talbot, now she throws it away. Cole the other way. Cole almost loses it. Here's Rochi. Rochi on the dribble drive, and it's thrown out. And now they're going to call a foul, I believe, on Kirsten Bell. Let's go to Laura Hodges on the sideline.
Cheryl, in that last time out, when it was 6 minutes, she said, remember, there's plenty of time left in this basketball game. She then also wanted the team to go to more of a box and one, so to shut out Bell. So one person's on Bell, and she wants them to move the basketball and get Rochi to go on downhill drives and trying to attack to the wings and then kick out from there. So hopefully this 4.5 minutes, they can get some sort of momentum going.
Doesn't help when Rochi unfortunately misses them both. Here's Mansfield in the screen. Mansfield for three, bang.
Uh-oh.
We've seen that story before.
But we'll take the $50 for fighting period poverty.
Boy, when she gets hot, you can say goodnight. Now Steele. Izzy Borlase almost losing it, staying with it. Mansfield thinking about it, and no, it's out of bounds. Well, a turnover, but the Lightning push this out beyond 20, and it's going to be a tough road the rest of the way for this undermanned Southside unit.
Yeah, a bit of fatigue too, I think, setting in for them now. Energised Adelaide Lightning at home, crowd on their back, playing with defensive intensity, getting out and running. I think this deficit might be just too much for this depleted Southside Flyers team. They won't quit though, as Poch for three.
And rebound, Talbot, who's been immense in this second half. Bell.
Blitzarves with the job on Bell.
Little shake and bake. Kirsten Bell, forget about it. Oh my. Boy, is she putting on a show. 23 points, 13 rebounds, 4 assists, 3 steals, 2 blocks. It goes on and on. What a star she is. Poch looking inside. Bishop swings it. 3 ball is good. Finally.
If someone can get a run going, it could be Beck Cole. She's been on some hot runs.
It's her first triple of the ball game. Mansfield.
Almost toying with
fires away, and that's off the mark this time. Offensive rebound though. Guess who? He's in everything. Bell. 8 on the shot clock. Deep triple. Too strong. And Poch on the glass.
Crowd were ready to erupt on that one.
Oh my goodness, they came together hard there. It was Poch and I couldn't quite see.
Talbot.
And Steph Talbot, yeah. And that was a heavy collision. And Lightning players just showing their concern there for their superstar. Good to see them both up. No major damage done, thank goodness.
In this non-contact sport of basketball.
In quotes, Carrie Graff, as you well know.
Foul called on Talbot. As you say, though, good to see. It was a big hit. Good to see neither appear injured.
Yep.
Sometimes it's just the shock of that collision when it's unexpected.
Steph's going to take a seat.
Boy, have haven't they put on a show, this Adelaide Lightning outfit, in this third and fourth quarters, starting from their pressure defence.
Yeah, and they've outscored them 49-33 since halftime.
Smashed them on the boards, 50-31.
Sarah Blitzarves on the drive. Kicks it out, is off the mark. And Adelaide on the run again. And there'll be Potch on the foul. And it's been a tough night for her. That's going to send Basham to the line for 2. Southside in the penalty. It's hard to believe, Carrie, with this Lightning unit, that they lost their opening 3 games, because this is a seriously talented group with 2 excellent imports.
Yeah, excellent imports. Superstar in Talbot,
yep.
young talent in Ball-Lays. Mansfield having a great start to her WNBL season. You know, they were playing a good brand of basketball. They just weren't finding a way to get the wins. They lost in round 1 to a Southside Flyers team only by 8 on the road. So we see Blitzarves launch the 3, but not to be for her. Tempo push, the energised bell.
They want to keep pouring it on, and they do. Lauren Mansfield splashes another one and another $50 to fighting period poverty. My goodness.
Showtime for the Adelaide Lightning this last 2 minutes.
Potch rips it down, kicks it out, 3 ball is good. Straight away 3 and another $50.
Rochi adds to her tally, gives her 24 on the game tonight. Unfortunately, not quite enough
Mansfield
for her team.
Throws it away. And look ahead, another deuce coming up. And that's going to be substitution. As Simons comes into the game.
Hurst might look to rest some of her starters now. You don't want someone getting an injury in this last couple of minutes. Fairly confident they've got this one sealed up.
Very happy Adelaide Arena. And it's Coach Hurst will be very happy about that. A sloppy turnover, but 9 turnovers they had in that first period, as we've said, and that is a big part of the game, isn't it? You talked about just the need to protect the basketball.
Yeah, absolutely. And they've corrected that. They're sitting at 18 for the remaining 3 quarters, so they certainly listened to the coach and tidied up their possession play.
Ball ace. Nice look, corner 3, and it's off the mark, rebound Potch. So he rolled down under 90 seconds. Second half domination from the home team. And Paul Ace just showing her strength, rips down another rebound. It's her 3rd of the night. Mansfield, he came alive from the perimeter in this second half. And they knock it away. And credit the Flyers. They're down big, but they're still fighting hard to the end. Nick Connie. Rochi has been outstanding in the beaten side. Blitzarves on the step back shot. Short with it. And rebound to Basham. Mansfield looking for the spin but loses it.
She once again in on the Showtime action.
Oh, she was so quiet in the first half. Here's Potch for 3. So will they take another shot, Mansfield? She's just going to dribble it out. Now, this has been an outstanding performance from the Lightning. They were dominated in that first period, but in the end, a little too much depth for a depleted Southside Flyers. They win their 3rd straight. The Adelaide Lightning 91-72, carried rough.
Yeah, look, what a ball game, as you say. Southside Flyers coming in depleted, played the game with 8 players. Lauren Jackson, the GOAT, out. Thornton out, their import, who's been in fine form. But Adelaide Lightning, gosh, they put on a show in that 3rd and 4th quarter. Defensive intensity through the roof, allowed them to get out and run. Kirsten Bell, their import, boy, she put on a show. What a class act she was today. but team movement for them, offensive movement in that second half, moved the ball, points in the paint, dominated the glass. They were, Coach Nat Hurst will be buoyed by that when levels them up. They sit at a 3-3 record and they've locked up this series. It's one apiece in this series. Southside win the first one in round 1. Adelaide it now. Let's go to the highlights.
So Lauren Mansfield, when we talked about it, just a beautiful outside shooter. When she gets going, she's fun to watch. So, and this lady, Kirsten Bell, she's an athlete. She's got an incredible stroke. She's active. She's aggressive. I mean, she did it all for them tonight. She was just spectacular.
And she had
pleasure
fun.
to watch.
Yeah, we've heard Natty Hurst talk about it and say, just you're here to do what you do, have fun, bring energy, and she did that tonight. Rochi was a highlight for Southside. Got on the rim, hit some threes, got out on the break.
Yeah. She was terrific. Let's go to Laura on the sideline.
Hi guys, I'm here with Kirsten Bell. What a game. It is a pleasure to watch you. How are you enjoying Adelaide?
Oh, I love Adelaide. Ever since I got here, everybody's been welcoming me with open arms. Got a good team, good culture, and it's been fun ever since I got here.
And you've come off a championship in the WNBA. How do you feel like that's transferred from your first season really away from your home?
It's a little different, but when you have a team that buys in and is having the same goal, then you just come in and you just be ready. And honestly, I took my championship, didn't really play much, but I won a championship. Not everybody here took one. Steph plays in the WNBA, so she knows what it feels like to win, compete. And so I'm just trying to get better and win my team.
Like I said before, it's a pleasure to watch you play. You look like you have so much fun out there. Is that your goal every night?
I just try to bring the energy. I just try to be fun. Just try to have everybody on the right page, and that's what we did today, and we got to win.
And then the momentum of winning here at home, how is the team feeling? How's the culture going?
Oh, we're feeling good. We won 3 straight. We had 3 losses in the beginning, but we're feeding off each win, and we're at home, so we have the crowd that's engaged, and it's been nothing but great.
Congratulations, amazing game, and well done.
Thank you so much.
Amazing game. It's the understatement of the year. I mean, she was incredible. We'll run through the final stats for you. Once again, Adelaide getting a huge win, their 3rd straight over the Southside Flyers, 91-72. The Lightning shoot the ball 46% from the field. As we might stop there and we'll go back to Laura. She's got the great Stephanie Talbot.
Steph Talbot, you can do it all. You had the big knock at the end. Are you going okay?
I'm getting too old for those big knocks, I think, but yeah, I'm going fine.
And you've really got home court advantage going now. How do you feel that the momentum's going, and can you take that on the road?
Yeah, 3 wins at home. I think the girls are feeling good. We're building momentum and we're playing a fun style of basketball, so we'll take that on the road with us next week.
It was a slow start. What was said at halftime? How was Nat feeling in the change rooms?
Yeah, we're a bit worried at the first quarter. I think we really changed the tempo in the second quarter and we really focused on that. The differences we made in that second quarter that helped us get back into the game and brought that into the second half.
It's hard to guard you guys. You have so many scorers. Do you even know who's going to be the main player when you come out to the game?
Yeah, I think that's our strength. We have so many different scorers. I mean, defense is obviously focused on me a lot because in the past I've been a big scorer, but in this team I don't necessarily need a score, so it's definitely tough to guard.
Well, a great winning streak for the Lightning right now. I hope you can keep it up, and it's always a pleasure to watch you, Steph, and bring on the next few games.
Thank you very much.
Laura Hodges there with Steph Talbot, and I mean, she nearly had a triple-double, 12 points, 9 rebounds, 7 assists, but when Southside made that run, we kind of talked about it in the second half, the one run they really had. Steph Talbot basically said, enough of that, hit a big 3, rebounded the ball, kicked the ball around, got the ball to the right player at the right time. She just made the correct decision pretty much every time down the floor.
Yeah, and as we heard her say, she's considered a veteran now. She says getting too old. She's in her mid-late 20s.
Yeah, please.
She's got another good 10 years left in her. But
absolutely.
she, like she said, she gets the best defensive assignment from the opposition team, and she knows she doesn't have to be the highest scorer for this team. And that takes the pressure off her in some ways. She can do all the other things she does for this team, step up to score when she needs to, but it takes the pressure off her, and attracting the defensive attention that she does from the opposition helps open it up for the other players. So, the class of her, she gets it. Like most great players, ultimately she wants to win. She'd much rather win championships than win an MVP.
So we will run through the final stats. You can just see the players on the playing stats on the screen. I mean, Kirsten Bell, unbelievable performance. Game MVP, 23 points, 14 rebounds, 5 assists, 2 blocks, 3 steals. Incredible. Jacinta Munro was outstanding as well with it, and she also had a double-double, 22 and 10, with an assist and a block and 3 steals herself. And then we talked about Steph Talbot with that near triple-double. And as you mentioned, she's so in control, the Adelaide captain. She doesn't need, as she mentioned, she doesn't feel the need to score. She doesn't have to on a team with so many weapons. Lauren Mansfield, quiet in the first half, explodes in the second half. It's 3 triples with her, 11 points. But again, like the rest of them, moved the ball exceptionally well, carrying with 8 assists.
Yeah, definitely. And like say, look at their assist line, 5, 7, 8. So even players that are scoring are getting assists because they get out on the break and run. That when they execute their offense in the half court and they move the ball as their coach commands of them, they find easy baskets. They were classy in that second half. It was a great brand of basketball. 29 assists in the end on 36 made field goals. That's about as good as it gets. For the Southside Flyers, obviously Maddie Roche, and we talked about it. Look at that stat line, 10 of 20. She tried her heart out, as they all did. I thought even to the end, when the game kind of started to get away from them in that fourth period, they were still as undermanned as they were, and they must have been exhausted with the heavy minutes they all had to really take on. They were still fighting to the last possession, but Maddie Roche, incredible. 26 points, 6 rebounds, 3 assists. She was brilliant. Sarah Blitzarf's tried hard, as she always does, 16 for her. But really, without Kayla Thornton and the great one, it was just a little... In the end, it was probably a bridge too far for them. Yeah, absolutely. And you can't, hide the fact that they were without 2 starters, two of their starting posts that score big for them and rebound big, and in particular their import. Thornton's been in fine form for them, massive scorer, averaging a double-double for them, so that's a massive loss, and they didn't get to prepare for the game without her. She was at shoot-around, and then the groin was no good. So, but all credit to this Adelaide Lightning team. They're on a winning streak. Southside will, take away from that. Hopefully they'll have their injured players back in and forge ahead.
A very happy Adelaide team taking some photos there with the kids, and you just love that kind of engagement. I mean, it's one thing about basketball in this country, the engagement for these clubs with associations, with the kids in particular, it's outstanding, Gary.
Yeah, it is. That's absolutely what kids love to do. That's the home court advantage. The crowd gets to engage, and particularly post-COVID, as we go to the highlights.
Yeah, take us through.
Kirsten Bell, look at her. Smooth, change of pace, great handles, finds finishes. We talked about the execution of the Adelaide Lightning. They're a great passing team to their cutters. Little feet inside, find the mismatch.
That's
great
Steph
composure.
Talbot and Marina Whittle finishing. And then, look, that's just tough. Absolutely tough. But again, to their credit, and there's that Maddie Roche once again. We talked about her; she was terrific. But the fight that they showed, that's going to hold them in good stead. I mean, there's been a lot of talk. They've, kind of bought a roster, haven't they? That's specifically designed to win a championship, which I certainly don't have a problem with. That's what we're here for. But they showed a lot of character with that, and I think that's going to take them a long way. I mean, look, the teams that have beaten them, Townsville, that was tough. And then obviously, as undermanned as they were against an Adelaide team that we think is going to be a contender this season.
Yeah, look, there's so long to go. We're in round 4, but generated some more cash for that great charity.
We did indeed. So coming up tomorrow on 9 Now, we'll have the Sydney Flames with their home season opener against the Bendigo Spirit. That game coming to you from Kudos Bank Arena in Sydney, coverage from 4 p.m. Australian Eastern Standard Time. So for Hall of Famer Carrie Graff and for Laura Hodges, both of whom did an outstanding job, I'm Matt McQuaid. It's been great to have your company tonight on 9 Now for the Cygnett WNBL. Stay safe wherever you are. Good night.